Hi, this is Brian Zeke, founder of Cersei Financial Group. We're here today to talk about savings accounts and good places to put your money. What are the characteristics of different offerings out there? Because there are a lot of places you can put your money, but it's very important to know what the characteristics are and what you're maybe looking for in a savings vehicle. So let's get into this a little bit. Because we see there's basically three ways to build wealth. You have taxable accounts, tax deferred accounts, and tax free accounts. Now, when we're talking about taxable accounts that you're seeing there on the screen, it's cash, checking, savings, CDs, and stocks. You have tax deferred accounts, which are 401k, IRA, 403b, savings bond, and tax free. That's your muni bonds, 529 plans, Roth IRAs, and life insurance. In the case of 529 Roth and life insurance and municipal bonds, the same thing. You're basically putting it in after tax, but you get it out tax free. Now with muni bonds, why that's crossed out, because that's not 100% tax free, and that counts as provisional income, which will affect how much your Social Security is taxed. Now you also got 529 plans. Now 529 plans, the reason there's asterisks there because with 529 plans, you can't really use it for retirement. They're basically a Roth IRA for educational purposes. If you don't use it for school, you end up paying taxes on it. And life insurance is kind of like a Roth with its same provisions when it comes to taxation. You put the money in, you typically put the money in after tax and you take it out tax free. And that's cash value life insurance. So those are your three main buckets. Now let's talk about the characteristics we're looking for in savings vehicles. You do have tax deferred growth. That is one thing we definitely want. We all like our money to grow and not be taxed on it as it grows. Tax-free distributions, that's always a good thing. That kind of goes along with talking about the Social Security thing. Competitive return. We all want a competitive return. That's always a good thing. It's not the only thing in life, but when you talk about financial planning, it's important. High contributions. Because we know with certain qualified type accounts like IRAs, Roths, 401ks, things like this, there are limitations on how much you can put in those. We're always looking for additional benefits. For instance, disability. What if you couldn't put that money in? Is there something to allow you to do that? Collateral opportunity. Would you like to use this money as collateral, just like you would with a house, right? Because that's basically what a HELOC is. You're collateralizing your equity in the house. Safe harbor. In the event you're sued, is it protected from creditors? No loss provision. Would you like the interest guaranteed? In other words, no chance of losing money inside these accounts. Guaranteed loan options. The ability to demand a loan if you want one against this account. Unstructured loan payments. Would you like the ability to make a loan repayments at your pace or at all? Maybe you decide you don't want to pay this loan anymore. Liquidity use and control. Would you want access to this money while you're working as well as during retirement? And deductible contributions. Would you want your contribution to this account to be tax deductible? Yeah, I think we all would agree that's something we're looking for, if at all possible. So let's take a look here. This is our scoreboard. And you're seeing that same list, your tax-deferred growth, tax-free distributions, and so on down the line. All these benefits we would look for. And then across the top, you're seeing the different types of accounts. Now, you're seeing permanent life insurance, a HELOC. The reason HELOC is there because, a lot of people do kind of use their house as a savings vehicle because there is equity inside a house that is your money, basically. Margin accounts, that's more of a traditional invest in stocks, bonds, and stuff where you can actually you could potentially do loans off of those. CDs, money market, 401ks, and wrapped inside that 401k is Roth. The only difference is with the Roth, it's still a qualified plan, but you will get your money out tax free. So you see your scorecard here, and you can see how each and every one of them score. So you're seeing that obviously there's one there that does have more green than red, which it does offer all these, but it doesn't have the deductible contribution. You're seeing the HELOC. You do get tax-deferred growth in your house, and you can collateralize it. A bank has to approve it, but you can't collateralize it. Margin accounts, same thing. There is some risk in there. CDs, no risk, but it has other issues, of course. You can put a lot of money into them. You can collateralize them. They typically have that safe harbor provision, and there is no loss provisions in them, although we know the rate of return is not all that competitive. Money market, it kind of falls very similar. And then 401k. Because what we're showing here is all the different types of accounts where you do have at least the collateral opportunities, which we think is a very important feature in those. So this is kind of a basic rundown of all these different types of accounts available to us, and they, the different options that they give you. So now, if you want to learn more about these types of accounts, different types of saving vehicles, and more importantly, what suits you, what's going to be best for you, and not one of them we're saying you should have just one, and that's where asset allocation becomes really an important conversation. So if you'd like to learn more about all this, please go to Surf City Financial Accelerator.com. You can go there and actually apply for a free scholarship if you want to dig into this a little bit deeper, and we look forward to working with you there. Again, thank you for your time and appreciate you watching the video. Take care.